With that down, let's move on to this, shall we? You know, if you bring up the conversation of the best comedies ever on TV, maybe not always number one, but one of the shows that will always be any conversation that anybody ever has about it, The Office, is going to be one of those things in the conversation. Now, in recent couple of years, we've seen a number of Office relaunch, and there's some kind of Australian The Office sort of thing. There's another Office sort of thing, right? Well, now there's another one, and the trailer dropped today, and it is called The Paper. And the conceit of the show is this: that documentary team that made because remember, the whole premise of The Office was there was a documentary team that spent 7 or 8 years in the office filming everybody. Then the series ends with them putting out that documentary. Well, that documentary team has come back to make their next documentary film. And instead of about a small little struggling paper company, it's about a small little local newspaper. And get this, Donald Gleason is taking the lead on it. And the trailer for it is dropped. Now look, when I looked at this, before I watched the trailer, and I read the basic idea, I said, neat idea, making it the successor to The Office. But come on, other people are already trying it. It's time to move on from this.
Yeah, but they didn't have that documentary team, John.
Well, that's true. But my thought was either give us a true The Office reunion or just leave this alone. Okay, that's my initial thought. Then I watched the trailer. And it's pretty good, man. It's actually pretty charming. And whereas The Office was kind of like poking a stick at the tropes of the ridiculousness of day in, day out, 9-to-5 office life and all that kind of stuff, this one seems to be finding the more modern tropes to be poking the stick at. And then they did a brilliant thing. They brought over one existing Office cast member, Oscar. Oscar is in The Paper. And now he works at this local newspaper. And it's so great when he first pops up in the trailer and the camera goes to him and he looks up from his desk and he gets up, no, I am not doing this again. And all this kind of stuff. I thought, you know what, that was brilliant to bring over one existing cast member to really solidify this is in the same universe. And you got a guy like Donald Gleason leading it. Listen, I hate the idea, but I'm kind of looking forward to checking it out. It actually looks pretty clever. Anyway, Rob, what do you think about this whole idea of The Paper?
I want the first episode to be about Jeff Bezos dictating their editorial policy, but it's not going to be that. But if it was, no, look, for me, you had me at the premise that it's the documentary crew. That's a brilliant, and it says on that ad, from the universe of The Office.
Right.
That in itself is hilarious. And I love the idea that The Office now is more about the documentary crew than it is about the people. No, but I love that. That to me is an inspired idea. You know what that tells me? I would watch this show simply because the idea behind it is great.
Yeah.
If they came up with that premise and they were able to sell that premise and they've executed on this show, did they get a full season commitment? Do they have a full 10 episodes?
I'm assuming they did. Yeah.
Good, then it means it's worth my time. So it might not be as great as The Office, but I bet it's pretty good.
Well, I mean, asking it to be as great as The Office,
right?
That's a rather
plus The Office, the
bar.
American Office was already following behind the brilliant British Office as well.
You know what? I'm one of the few people that I actually thought the North American version eventually exceeded the British version.
Yeah, and many people do. I mean, I don't think you're wrong about that. You know me, I was an Office virgin until you deflowered me. So
we may have to revisit that Office virgin thing at some point.
I was enjoying that. We watched 2 episodes. I've seen 2 episodes of The Office. That's what I've seen.
They were really good.
But I think this is gonna be great. They definitely have my interest, and I will tune in because I don't want to be a virgin of The Paper.
The Paper virgin.
The Paper virgin.
Guys, the question is for you. What do you think about this little teaser for The Paper? I have to admit, I didn't like the idea, and then I watched the teaser. I'm like, okay, I kind of want to watch this and see how it turns out. However you feel about it, jump down to the comment section below. and leave those thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.